going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, day after day, Activision continues to prove why they are the ultimate versions of garbage, and why I personally think nobody should even bother supporting anything that they do. Instead of them actually coming out and owning up to the problems that they have put forth to the community, they choose to openly lie and throw out some BS phrases to try to calm down the community and make it look like they didn't do anything wrong. When in reality, we're not stupid. We see exactly what's going on, and any other dev team would have owned up to it. They would have, said, yep, this was a mistake. We're sorry. We're going to resolve it. No, not Activision. They always have to make it seem like nothing's going on, and, obviously the community is the problem. But ladies and gentlemen, before going dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. Everything between COD, Battlefield, Splitgate 2, Arc Raiders, you best believe you'll see it on this channel. And obviously, once the Summer Game Fest drops and we get more information about Splitgate and Arc Raiders, you're going to see a ton of content about that on this channel. So again, subscribe and hit that bell. And same thing when it comes to my live streams. I stream pretty much daily over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Mostly Splitgate 2 right now, but again, as Summer Game Fest drops and we see more information about different games, we're going to have so much stuff in the rotation. So again, if you guys want to catch my live streams live and in action, you can find a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I got a couple of things here for you guys I want to go ahead and discuss. First and foremost, as you can see right here from Charlie Intel. Update. Activision now says the levels not being shown in the lobby is a bug that they are working to fix. For those who don't know, at the beginning of Season 4, basically, when you go ahead and hop into a lobby, it does not showcase any of the enemy ranks until the game actually begins. Obviously, I think everybody in the community knows that this was more than likely intentional, and they understand that the mass majority of people are dipping from this game because of the godforsaken skill-based matchmaking system that they have in place that makes every single bit of gameplay in Call of Duty an absolute nightmare. I can't even consider playing Call of Duty like we used to do back in the OG days of COD 4, World at War, Black Ops 1, 2, Modern Warfare 2, 3. Yeah, no, if you want to play COD like that, then you got to go play the OG classics. And even if you go ahead and do so, you're probably going to be versing people who have never left those classics and they play it all the time. So you're kind of shit out of luck. Yeah, we're not stupid. We understand that the mass majority of people in Call of Duty leave whenever they see a higher skill level. Obviously, a lot of us on this channel, we know that, level doesn't really mean anything though, right? A level 1 could come into the game and absolutely stomp out a level 500 easily if they are just simply a better player. So yeah, level doesn't mean anything, but to a lot of people out there, it does. And if they see a high level, they're just going to simply back out of the lobby, especially with the current experience that we have. Now again, if it was the OG matchmaking system, people would feel more enticed to stay because every match that they play isn't the ultimate competition. But since every single game is a sweat fest, the second they see a high level, they don't even want to test to see what those players are like. They instantly think, yerp, no thank you, I'm out of here, hasta luego. So obviously, the easiest fix is to make sure that you can't see the ranks while you're loading into the match, but once you go ahead and hop into the actual match itself, then you can finally see the scores. But instead of Activision owning up to this BS, they're gonna go ahead and play the bug card. Seriously, do you genuinely think that we are that stupid, Activision? I guess they do. Look at this community, man. Seriously, I'm not lying to you guys. I don't want to be rude, but the Call of Duty community might have by far the lowest IQ out of any community out there, and I think it's already been proven. I think there's literally a study out there that proves that the Call of Duty community has the lowest IQ when it comes to, just how they work. Look at them, man. Seriously, Activision makes more money off of microtransactions than they do for the base game sales. You have massive creators coming out saying the game is in a garbage state, unplayable, horrible, yet they drop $300 to $500 within the first day of every single season, probably more throughout the rest of the season. Yeah, the Call of Duty community isn't the brightest. And I think that they understand this and they are willing to go to this level of lying to pull one over on the community. But I'm telling you right now, at least a lot of us over here were not that stupid. We know what was done. And to be honest, the best way of handling the situation would just be simply being honest with us, right? But guys, it doesn't end there. There's more. Trust me. Oh, there is more. As you can see right here from Modern Warzone. Activision now says that the bundle advertisements and loadout menus on Black Ops and Warzone were published in error and have been removed from the game. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what the hell is going on, basically within Black Ops 6 now and in Warzone. Well, and honestly, in Warzone, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Let's be realistic here. It's a free-to-play game, and this is something I would expect out of a free-to-play game. But for a full paid product, they were going ahead, and if you went into your classes, let's say you were trying to, deck out your assault rifle class, they will literally show advertisements for bundles for the weapons within that class. Absolutely scummy. And once again, instead of owning up to this mistake and saying, you know what, this might have been extremely stupid, right? And that's not that good of an idea. We see the community's pissed off. We're sorry. We're going to remove it. We won't do it again. That would have gotten some good reception, right? Honestly, I wouldn't even be here making this a video right now if that is what Activision put out. And low key, I would probably have a completely different opinion on this overall topic here, a more positive opinion. But of course, that's not what they do. They go ahead and state, oh, it was an error. This was never meant to go ahead and leave our test zone. This was never supposed to be published in the full overall game. Well, first and foremost, why were you even testing this in the first place? I mean, God, even games like Splitgate here that are free to play don't even advertise bundles that heavily. And you're telling me you guys had the nuts to go into your testing zone and actually put together an advertisement for bundles. Like, this isn't like a bug. This isn't something random, right? This isn't something breaking. No, they literally put together art and everything to put forth a ad within our classes. That is something that had to be designed. That's not something that messed up. That is literally something that a person who works at Activision or Treyarch, whoever puts it together, had to literally design from the ground up and then implement into the game. That's not a mistake whatsoever. You intentionally planned on putting this garbage in a full paid product. And then instead of apologizing for such an idiotic act, you go ahead and say it's a bug. Don't worry about it. We're working on a fix now. You know what the fix is, ladies and gentlemen? Them sitting there, rocking in their chair, twiddling their thumbs a little bit, waiting a couple of days, and then saying it's out of the game. That is their overall fix, because guess what? There's no bug to be resolved, ladies and gentlemen. As I just stated, this is something that someone built and programmed into the game. No bugs, no issues. So what are they fixing besides going ahead and removing it from the game? Nothing. I can't stand this company. They drive me insane. But at the same time, I love covering it and making YouTube videos about this stuff because it blows my mind. I go out and I play so many different games, and I love covering these different games, and I'm so glad you guys are enjoying it too, because it makes it so much more fun to create it on YouTube. So again, thank you all for all the support you guys have been showing me across all these different titles. But my God, going to different games and then coming back to Call of Duty and seeing how they treat their audience. Activision literally thinks we are all stupid, and as I stated in the beginning of this video, I guess they're right, because they're able to do this yearly, they make billions yearly, and they're able to finesse people and make people actually come out in comment sections, actually come out over on social media, anywhere, Twitter, Reddit, and defend Activision and say this isn't a problem. You gotta be joking me, ladies and gentlemen. You have to absolutely be joking me. And I'm sorry, I have to put this in as a one last thing. This is kind of off topic here. But I saw something from Nadeshot the other day, and I'm not even going to go ahead and bother showing you the whole video because I'm getting tired of it. I gotta be real. I'm not even trying to be rude here. I'm not, because Nadeshot's cool. I like Nadeshot. But this is getting so ridiculous now that I have to open my mouth about this take. Nobody will probably see this. This will probably be irrelevant, and it will just be between all of us, this community. But it has to be said. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see right here from Jake Lucky, Call of Duty has never been worse. Nadeshot goes off on COD for constant cheating, hacking, and server issues that have plagued Warzone for days. And again, it was a whole, close to a 2-minute video of Nadeshot saying, yeah, I know I play this game still, but the cheating is completely out of control, so on and so forth. Same old. But then I saw a tweet from 8Thoughts saying, the very next day after Nadeshot crashes out on Call of Duty and Warzone, right back to streaming it. The COD community is peak brain rot. It's the truth, is it not? Every single day, Nadeshot is complaining that hackers are ruining ranked Warzone. They can't even go through it properly because they keep getting put into lobbies with absolute losers. Understandable, I completely get it. But how good would it be for us, the community, if some of the top dogs in the community actually said, okay, we've had enough of this. We're putting the game down. We're going to go about our business. And when you guys actually decide to resolve these issues, then we will return. I have no problem with any of these guys playing COD. I don't care if any of you guys who are watching this video play COD. I share my opinions. You guys share your opinions. That's gaming. It's no good or bad, evil. Who cares? It's freaking video games. But if Call of Duty is truly in that bad of a spot, which it is, that's why me, myself, and many others are just not playing it because it's horrible. It's literally so bad right now. But if these problems are that bad, if these guys would just pull away, we would probably see real changes. But Why would they ever put forth real changes when the top dogs who complain about these issues just get right back into the game and continuously fill their pockets by buying up all the microtransactions? You see what I'm saying here? We are not going to see change ever until we can actually see the majority of the community take a step back and make Activision make the changes that we require for Call of Duty to actually be good again. Until that happens, Activision is going to look at this and say, yeah, it's an issue, but let's just do crowd control. That's all they do. That's literally all Activision does. Crowd control. Like you just saw earlier in this video. Oh, yeah, we didn't go ahead and try to hide ranks. That's just a problem. We're fixing it. Oh, yeah, we never meant for ads to be showcased on your classes. That's just a problem. We're fixing it. It's always crowd control instead of owning up to their problems and resolving them, because they don't have to own up to shit. They don't. Not even in the slightest. Because nobody ever holds them accountable. Until that changes, I don't think we'll ever see true, real change with the Call of Duty franchise. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 morning Eastern Time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, got to link that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.